Scientists have discovered a molecular switch that can reverse cancer, turning cancer cells back into their healthy counterparts. Let me repeat that. Scientists have discovered a molecular switch that can reverse cancer, turning cancer cells back into their healthy counterparts. The revelation by researchers from the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology in Daejeon, South Korea, could lead to new cancer treatments. We have discovered a molecular switch that can revert the fate of cancer cells back to a normal state, said paper author and biologist Professor Kwang-hyun Cho. They did this by capturing the moment of critical transition right before normal cells are changed into an irreversible cancerous state. A critical transition is when a radical change in state occurs at a specific point in time. A recognizable case, for example, is when water changes into steam at 212 Fahrenheit when boiled in a kettle. Another critical transition also occurs at a specific point in time in the process by which normal cells are transformed into cancer cells as the result of an accumulation of both genetic and epigenetic changes. In their study, Cho and colleagues found that on the cusp of this transformation, during the development of tumors or tumorigenesis, normal cells enter an unstable state in which normal and cancer cells coexist. Probing this critical transition using a systems biology approach, the team created a system to infer a model of the genetic network that controls cancer development, and then uses this to find a molecular switch that can reverse the process. The team put their system through its paces with a trial on colon cancer cells, showing via subsequent experiments that the cancer cells could recover the characteristics of normal cells. This study has revealed in detail, at the genetic network level, what changes occur within cells behind the process of cancer development, which has been considered a mystery until now. This is the first study to reveal that an important clue that can revert the fate of tumorigenesis is hidden at this very moment of change. The researchers anticipate that the technology will be applied to create treatments to reverse other forms of cancer in the future. One more time, cause this is huge. The researchers anticipate that the technology will be applied to create treatments to reverse other forms of cancer in the future. Will Mega Health Corp allow this treatment to see the light of day? I mean, there isn't near as much profit in curing people as there is in treating a person's symptoms in perpetuity. Will Mega Health Corp be forced into offering this cure? Will health insurance mega companies cover the cost of this procedure? Sorry if I sound skeptical of Mega Health Corp, but as they say, the truth is the truth, and I think most reasonable and thinking people, at least in the United States, would agree that healthcare in this country is a bad joke, too expensive, unaffordable for most citizens, and even if you do have health coverage, you quickly realize what a scam the pricing is and how much brain damage is involved when dealing with the mega insurance companies. Wishful thinking likely, but we can always have hope. Now for the best part.
If you have health anxiety, then you need to listen to me as I have cancer, and I'm going to help you. Number one, we all have a little bit of health anxiety because nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to get cancer or brain tumours or anything drastic. None of us want that, right? So we all are going to be a little bit wary about it. But if it's consuming you, then I hope this video can help. Number one, if we're going to talk about cancer, let's say, right, if you're worried about that, there are so many cancers out there now that you could be cancer-free within 3 months. Yes, it'll be devastating news. You'll be so scared. You'll be like, oh my God, am I going to die? But pretty much 9 times out of 10 nowadays, you're not going to die. You have to remember that. Cancer research has come so far. If we're going to go on melanoma, if you find a mole, there's something wrong with it and it's malignant, meaning it's cancerous, 9 times out of 10, it's removed with surgery and you're cancer free. You don't always have to allow your brain to go as far as chemotherapy and all the like drastic cancer treatments, which I've had them all. I'm not downplaying cancer, that just because you don't have chemo it's not valid, but I'm saying when you're thrown in it and you get a cancer diagnosis, it's mentally easier than you think once it all sinks in to get through the treatment, whether that be a surgery, radiotherapy, chemo, or all of the above. When I first got diagnosed with cancer, I'm one of the unfortunate ones that mine is taking that bit longer to get to the cancer-free mark. But when I was first diagnosed, they said that 90% of cases of mine could be cancer-free within 3 months from chemotherapy alone or from chemo and radio. And unfortunately for me, I fell in the 10% bracket. But there are people, many people, way more than me, thriving and did get cancer-free in 3 months. You're braver and stronger than you think when things like this happen to you. And that's another thing, like, you can't imagine it, because why would you want to imagine it? And you know, people were saying to me all the time, like, oh my god, I don't know how you do it, I'd be a mess. And there are days where I am a mess, yeah, but there are also days where, like, you're thrown in it, this is your reality, and you are braver than you think, and you deal with it better than you think. I want people to remember, because I see a lot of health anxiety about cancer, because obviously it's like number one, you know, it's everywhere, isn't it? We see it all the time. I want you to know and remember that most cancers are dealt with really quick. You can be cancer free within a few months, and you're stronger than you think. It's that simple. Don't worry about something that's not happening to you. Be aware of your body, of course, but don't let it consume you. And I know it's easier said than done, but I'm coming from a patient point of view that I never even imagined getting cancer. And when I did, I dealt with it better than I thought. And you just go with it, and you will fight until you get there, until you're cancer free. And then your health anxiety kind of goes down a little bit, because you just think, do you know what, I'm in it now, and now I know what it's like. I'm dealing with it, and I'm going to get there, and I'll be fine. Mind is a powerful place, and it's a scary place, and it's what makes everything worse. And I couldn't imagine being healthy and constantly being scared of getting cancer every single day, because now I know what it's like. I feel sad for people that are not in that world, you may never ever be in that world, which is like the luckiest world to be in, and then you lived your healthy years worrying about it and it never happened. I think I'm just coming from a place of be self-aware, of course, go get checked, do whatever you got to do to make you feel better. But slowly just calm down with stuff that usually triggers you. Like if you watch cancer videos on TikTok, even including mine, and that triggers you, don't watch it. Anything you can do to help yourself channel your thoughts and make yourself feel more relaxed and not worry about something that's not happening to you right this second or may never happen to you.